This is the Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, on Alternative Talk, AM 1150. Now, back to the show with local mortgage and finance expert, Tina Mitchell.
Well, welcome back to the Money Hour with your host and mortgage expert, Tina Mitchell, right here on 1150 AM KKNW, the Saturday, August 9th show. I'm here to help you build a strong 1 week and one show at a time and one guest at a time. If you're hearing my show at a different time or day, you're listening to a rebroadcast, you can call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, that's 1-855-400-1150 or online at themoneyhour.com to discuss anything regarding money or to talk to any of the guests that I have in studio. And right now, first time in studio, Kathryn at Kleber with Keller Williams Realty Puget Sound. Learn today from an industry leader in the real estate arena about your real estate investment and how taking a real estate, real people approach. And Kathy, I'm excited to have you here. I'm doing a lot of special things with you in the senior community that we talked about with Ian with his services. And I'm just so happy to have you here. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. It's a privilege to be here.
And a little bit about Kathy. I call her Kathy. She's well known with her clients with Kathy. Kathy has, most people know her, is a managing broker for Team Red Real Estate Incorporation with the headquarters at Keller Williams Realty, Puget Sound and Federal Way. Kathy founded Team Red in 2006, and she's currently leading a growing team of licensed real estate brokers servicing the greater Puget Sound region. Prior to being licensed in real estate, Kathy was a market research consultant providing public opinion information to the region's corporate decisions-making tables. Kathy describes her career change as a move from the boardroom table to the kitchen table, and she's seeing both as equal importance. Kathy continues to educate, and Business Focus certified her as a senior real estate expert, a seller's representative specialist, an NHHB certified new home sales professional, certified negotiator expert, and certified distressed property expert. In 2009, Kathy was selected as the cultural ambassador for the Northwest Keller Williams region, a lifetime position she considers her greatest honor. Beautiful, Kathy. Again, I'm just so excited to have you across the table here to talk with you because so passionate about what you're doing and so well knowledgeable in the real estate arena. And I know that there's a lot of people that look at you as a mentor. So it's a real privilege to have you here.
Thanks again.
So let's talk about money strategies today, Kathy, and how a person's home lays a foundation for their financial security and their peace of mind. You called your talk today Real Estate, Real People. What inspired that?
Well, I really feel that real estate is all about real people. And that's what I love about the business. Every client we have the opportunity to serve has a unique need, as unique as their fingerprint, their smile, and the experiences they've had in their life. And when we work with their real estate needs, whether they're buying, selling, or investing in real estate, the true art of our service rests in the understanding of the circumstances that bring them to us, and then helping them find the most successful solution.
That is so true, Kathy. And thinking about young people today, just starting to work with money and thinking about the home buying process, what message would you want that arena or that age group to understand?
Well, a couple things. First off, I have to look back to my own growing up and the good advice I received. My parents and grandparents played such an important role in laying a foundation about money matters for me, teaching me the importance of home ownership and investing in real estate. And today, my parents still are the resource that my children go to when they have questions about financial matters. So I'm glad to see that relationship grow. Making a home purchase early really hinges on early understanding about money. Mm-hmm. And so as parents have the opportunity to teach their children, and as they reach out to that first credit opportunity, those credit opportunities, whether it's a first credit card or, a small car loan, by making those payments on time, they create the kind of freedom for themselves and leverage a freedom in our economic society
Yeah.
that allows them to become first-time home buyers much faster. They're either going to build credit or damage credit.
Yep.
And so I really do encourage parents to emphasize that. We don't see it enough in the schools. And when we see that success happening, we see young people in their 20s and early 30s being able to make home purchases today.
Yeah.
Of course, it's compounded with, get a great education that'll allow you a good job. All of that makes so much sense. The other thing that we see, Tina, is parents and grandparents helping by providing that first down payment. Because when they're able to get into the home ownership cycle, they now are inflation proof. That home will grow in equity, and when they're ready to buy the next home, they can sell that, take that equity, and they're set. They're ready to secure their position in the community.
Yeah, and I think I like how your advice with children and helping them with their finances. I think it should start as young as they know anything about money at all, and they want something in the grocery store. Let them have what they want, but they got to participate and contribute financially to everything that they want to purchase. And so, starting out from a really young age, the gift and being able to help if they've got some contribution of their own. Maybe gifting is getting them into a better program for like an FHA versus conventional loan. So I think it's so important, Kathy, there. What kinds of changes are you seeing with first-time homebuyers today, and what counsel do you give to buyers considering the purchasing of their first home? Because I know you counsel every client that you work with, whether it's a first-time home buyer or it's helping seniors transition. And that's one of the most amazing things about you is just the time and the counsel that you give to each one of your clients. So what advice do you have for first time?
Well, thank you very much. Well, we see in the process of doing a lot of open houses, we see first-time home buyers come through that may or may not end up being our clients. And one of the things that we see is as we're working with homes which what I call have good bones. It's a good roof, it's got good windows, it has a good furnace, it's in a good neighborhood, and it's a great home. What we would consider a great home for a starter family. All too often, we see these first-time home buyers, though, want everything to be perfect in that first purchase. And, the full remodel, they want the granite countertops that go.
Yeah.
They want the stainless steel, or they're not going to consider it. And with prices going up the way that they are, I just want to plant an investor mindset in these young buyers that, if they focus on the right location, the right school district, getting a home that has, the space that they can grow their family in, they can get invested in that home and create the improvements over time that will build their equity. And again, their home is probably the biggest investment they're going to make. And let's do it right. Yeah,
makes total sense, Kathy. Now, when we're thinking about buyers in general, we've heard the term buying right. What are some of the important aspects to buying right?
We touched on it a little bit. I think that location, we hear that all the time. And school district has a tremendous amount to do with that. Whether you have children now or you're going to have children in the future, or you're not having children, but you're going to be selling the home, and the person buying it's going to want to have children in a great school district. School districts drive value.
Yes.
And so when you purchase a home in a good location, and oftentimes buy a home that's the one that needs fixing up, where all the neighbors are looking great. So you gain the equity of now fixing that home up to match your neighbors. Don't be the best house in the neighborhood.
Yes.
We want them to again, buy right and gain value.
And I know that you definitely follow that because you have a lot of buyers that you work with that are coming right back around, and they're selling and buying and selling and buying. So when you're working with them through that process and really talking about investment, making the right investment, what are you saying? Any additional things there?
Yeah, well, when you buy that home and you're planning that you're going to get this built up equity over time, keep in mind that you need to continue to maintain that home.
Yes.
All too often I find that they've done nothing to the home since they bought it, but they want to get the full market value when they go to sell it. And so in 10 years or 15 years, we haven't replaced the roof and the furnace isn't doing so well. And you know, by maintaining those things over time and, you know, then you don't have the big outlay of cash at the end. So treat your home like a good investment. Take care of it over time, and then going to sell it, you'll have the better value.
And Kathy, when you're buying a home, you really, and more than anything else too, I think, because home it means so much more than just an investment. And so just buying and having peace of mind, what are you saying is the greatest peace of mind?
Well, we've certainly seen in the crash of the market, where everything went up and up and up, and people pulled the equity out of their home.
Yes.
And instead of buying it, taking care of it, and holding it as they're making their payments so that their debt is managed, we had so many people losing their homes, not because they bought wrong, but because they pulled the equity out of their homes.
Yes.
And so I caution against that. I also think that the peace of mind begins with understanding that your home is your sanctuary. And so protect that.
Yes.
You know, it's a part of keeping your home decluttered, having it be a place where you want to go and find peace. We have so many places out there where we're stressed, and I just want to encourage people to do that on an annual basis.
Yes.
Purge this stuff out, take care of it, improve on it like you're going to be ready to sell it, and enjoy it.
Makes total sense. And yeah, your home is not your debit card that you're just going to keep drawing out of. Now, there's a lot of people that had high credit card interest rates, which was great. If you've got some equity, take it off, pay off those credit cards. But the problem is they went back and reused those credit cards again. Not a smart thing. You really do want to look at this home as, you know, not a account that you can just draw from. So, Kathy, we've got just a minute left here, and I want to let you choose what you want to share with my listeners before we end my time with you.
Well, I think it's the point about the real estate is about real people. In every circumstance, there is a story to be told. And I just, as I train the team that I work with, I just am so committed that our first job is to listen. And to hear the goals and dreams of people, whether it's a first-time home buyer or someone right-sizing or relocating or a senior. When we're working with our seniors, we come in as senior real estate specialists, and we have people like Ian at Caring Transitions as part of our partnership that will come in to provide absolutely everything that's needed throughout the sales process. We listen to the entire situation and we provide the entire solution because we have the partners to help us do that. And so I just celebrate that, you know, we have a lot of people that are going to be, our baby boomers have made such change in the world. And we want to show the world how aging can be done with grace. Yeah.
Wow. And Kathy, you are just, again, an expert at what you do and just an amazing person that I love so much. And I just appreciate so much you taking time to be here with me. Thank you.
Thank you.
And this is your host and mortgage expert, Tina Mitchell, signing off for the day. Enjoy me next Saturday, same time, same place. And if you missed any of my show, I am on air every Saturday. But if you've missed any of them, you don't want to miss my guests because they're all experts in their field, amazing at what they do. And you can listen, go online to themoneyhour.com, listen to any of the podcasts. If you missed any of the information from the show today, you definitely will want to go online and listen to their podcast. And I will be here again next Saturday, right here on 1150 AM KKNW. Thank you to all my listeners.